Hello everyone, my name's Aunty Kath and I was here yesterday telling you a story, and I told the story of Mr. Noisy. Do you remember him? And in this story we had Mrs. Crumb, who worked at the bakery. Remember, and she had a smile like this. And then we had Mr. Bacon, who worked at the butcher's, and he had his smile like this. Oh, I love that smile of the butcher, and I love a bit of bacon still. Actually, last night I had some bacon, but I had some pasta with it, and it was very, very nice. Now, I thought today I would tell you another Mr. Man story, because I think a lot of you enjoyed it yesterday. And today I thought I'll tell the story of Mr. Cool. Ooh, a very cool dude. Now today I'm going to tell the story again for Jack and Ella, and I'm going to tell it for my niece, two nieces actually, Sophia and Ellen, and I'm going to tell it for Isabel and Anna, and I'm going to tell it for my big nephew, and he's James. He might not like it though, because he's a bit too old for this now, but you never know, he might look in on his Aunty Kath and think, there she is, Mrs. Cool. Right, this is a story of Mr. Cool. And look at him, he's blue. And he's very, very cool. I'll show you it right up. Ooh, can you see it? Mr. Cool. Right, let's start. And it starts with a little boy in bed. And his name is Jack. There you go, Jack. There's another Jack. From one Jack to another. Poor Jack Robinson wasn't feeling very well. He'd been in bed for days, and he had to stay in bed until he was better. Oh, I'm bored, he huffed. Just like that. I wish I could go outside and play with my friends, he said to himself. He was so fed up being in the house, a bit like you are now. You're all stuck in for a while, but I'm sure you're having a nice time doing all your work at home. When suddenly, while he was in bed, a blue blur shot in through the open window. It looped the loop around the light. Woo, woo, woo! And suddenly, a small blue figure wearing a hat landed plonk at the end of Jack's bed. Look, there it is, right at the end of his bed, just near his feet. Wonder whether it's going to tickle his toes. Might do. Wow, cool, said Jack. That's me, Mr. Cool, said Mr. Cool. Cool? Repeated Jack. Cool? You look a bit bored to me, said Mr. Cool. I thought you and me might go and have some fun. How about that? Oh, I wish I could, said Jack, but I'm stuck here in bed. I'm not allowed out. Well, I think we could make an exception just this once, said Mr. Cool. And he clicked his fingers. Oh, I'm not very good at clicking my fingers. Let's have another go. I'll make a noise this time. Can you click your fingers? Have a go. Mr. Cool looks as though he can click his fingers. Look, there he is, clicking his fingers. I'll have one more try. Nope. There we go. That'll have to do. The next instant after Mr. Cool had clicked his fingers, Jack found himself sitting in the cockpit of a jet aeroplane. Woohoo! Why don't you take it out for a spin, said Mr. Cool. What? Can I really fly it, said Jack. Me? Sure you can, said Mr. Cool. It's easy. Easy peasy. So Jack flew that jet plane all across the Atlantic Ocean and back. And that's a very big ocean, look. The Atlantic Ocean, one of the biggest oceans in the world. There he is, flying across it. Oh, well done, Jack. That was cool, cried Jack when they were back on the ground. Thanks, Mr. Cool. We haven't finished yet, said Mr. Cool. And he clicked his fingers again. Here we go. Ooh, that'll do. You have a go. All of a sudden, Jack heard the crowd roar. Rah! Yes! And Jack wasn't near the jet plane anymore. In fact, he was at a football ground. But he wasn't sitting in the crowd. He was on the bench with the other players. Just look at that. He's on the bench. And he was even wearing a football strip. It wasn't the Newcastle United strip or the Everton strip, who I'm a fan of. No, it was a red strip. It could have been Liverpool, could have been Arsenal, but no, it wasn't. It was Capital United. Capital United. Quick, said Mr. Cool. The manager wants you to go on and play. He wants me to play, said Jack. But they're the best team in the world. They're Capital United. And you'll never guess what? Jack went onto the pitch. He strode. Boom, 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 boom. And then, all of a sudden, he scored the winning goal. Woo! The crowd went mad. Yay! Yay! Jack, 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 they shouted. Wow, that was so cool, said Jack. And Jack walked off the pitch. And again, Mr. Cool clicked his fingers. Can you do it? And he whisked them away. Where did they go this time? He whisked them to climb the tallest tree in the whole wide world. And he clicked his fingers again. You do it? Well done, all of you. And before you could say Jack Robinson, they were standing on the top of a mountain. Wow, that's cool. Where are we? Said Jack over the noise of the wind. We're on Mount Everest, said Mr. Cool. One of the tallest mountains in the whole wide world. What are we doing here? Shouted Jack. We're going to do sledging, said Mr. Cool. Come on, let's go. And there they are in their nice warm clothes at the top of the mountain, the top of Mount Everest. Look at them, nice and snug and warm. Jack and Mr. Cool slid from the very top to the very bottom of Mount Everest. Look at them, there they go. Woo, look at that. Wouldn't you like to do that? Don't think I could. I might be a bit scared of that. But they weren't. They were very brave doing that. I bet your old Jack would enjoy doing that. That was the coolest thing ever, said Jack. It was more like the coldest, stuttered Mr. Cool. And for the final time that day, Mr. Cool clicked his fingers. Can you do that? And in an instant, Jack found himself back in his bedroom. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Cool, said Jack. That was absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm so pleased, said Mr. Cool. Now, Jack, I'll be off. But there's one more thing. If I were you, Jack, I'd have a look in the mirror. Jack wondered why. Wonder why. With this, Mr. Cool shot through the open window. Psh, psh, psh. Jack went into the bedroom and he looked at himself in the mirror very, very closely. Ah, cool, he said when he looked. And why do you think Jack was so pleased? Can you guess? I can see why. Because, that's right, all his spots had gone and Jack was better and he had a nice big grin. And I'll give you a Jack grin. That's Jack's grin. He was so pleased he was better. Now, that's the end of Mr. Cool. And Jack was all better. And if you liked that story, and I hope you did, then tomorrow, if you would like another one, you could let me know. And I could possibly read Mr. Fussy. And I'll open the page just to let you have a little look at it, to show you what it's like, just in case you'd like it. And if you would like it, please let me know. Oh, there he is, Mr. Fussy. And do you know something? He was fussy about everything. Absolutely everything. There he is. So, from Aunty Kath to you, it's bye-bye. And have a lovely day and hope you're all okay. And if you like my stories, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye.